These booklets, these pamphlets are out and about. That's right, the Jasper Arts season is about to begin. Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Kit Miracle, the Executive Director for Jasper Community Arts. And Kit, welcome to the show.
It's always great to be here, Bill.
Well, you know, here we're starting a whole new season again. Time just flies by, and this is going to be a terrific set of shows coming up. So let's start off by talking about the performing arts. Okay, and then we're going to talk about some of the other programs that are going on. Let's talk about the performing arts, and you have season tickets on sale right now.
Season tickets are on sale right now, and it's really a great deal because you save a lot of money if you buy either one of the series, or you can buy the whole package, all 12 events for a flat fee, and that's great.
Okay, and we do want to point out last year the Backstage series, all the shows or almost all the shows?
All the shows
sold out. Mm-hmm. So you need to get your tickets now.
Yes.
They also make great gifts.
They do. We have a lot of people, even around Christmas time, that will buy gift certificates for relatives. You know, you don't know what to get them, and the gift certificates never expire, so they can still bring them in and apply them towards any of our tickets or series or any of our workshops even.
Okay, now let's talk about what entices people to go, and that is the performing arts. And you have, there's the performer series, which really is there's two different performer series.
We have a great series this year. Everybody is so excited because we have some big names. Of course, Clint Black, he's on the New Direction series. And we normally could not afford Clint Black, but this is not his stadium show. He calls it the acoustic show, but it's acoustics with plenty of amps and rock and drums and stuff. So it's a toned down show. But he's not used to playing in a house of less than 700 seats. I mean, he's used to playing before thousands of people. So we're excited.
Yeah, it's a much more intimate setting.
It is.
It'll be great.
Actually, most of the performers really like it after coming in there. And then on the traditional series, we have some really big names on there. Of course, the On Trio starts off in October, and we've been looking at them for a long time, but they're three Korean sisters, or they're American Korean sisters, classical and with a little twist. They're very fun, very beautiful. Piano and two-stringed instruments, violin and cello, I believe. And then the Texas Tenors is our holiday show. And I don't know if you remember, but they were on America's Got Talent a few years ago and had the highest ratings ever, 109 million viewers or something. So I have my counterpart up in Richmond, Indiana, has had them 2 years in a row to sold out shows, and people clamoring for them again. And he says, I'm not doing them 3 years in a row.
They'll have to come down here.
But they play at Branson, they play at Las Vegas. I took a phone call from someone who saw them on a cruise, and so they are really big. And they wear cowboy hats, but they're not cowboy singers. They're really trained singers. So it will be Christmas with some classics in there too.
Okay, and then also as part of the traditional, there's a play.
There is. We have The Miracle Worker, the Helen Keller story, and it's such an iconic story, but this is also by Montana Repertory Company. They're the ones that brought us the To Kill a Mockingbird a few years ago. Very high quality work, so we're very excited to have that back. And people like the variety. They like the plays, and they like the music, and they like the singers. So it's good to have something for everyone.
And then let's move to the New Directions, and we touched on that with Clint Black.
The Clint Black kicks off the New Directions, and New Directions is aimed at a slightly younger crowd, maybe a little edgier, but something, we're doing a little more experimental stuff on that one. So with Clint Black, we have the official Blues Brothers review, and if you remember how hot that was on Broadway a few years ago. So if you remember the movie, all those songs are just going to be playing in your head. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's the official.
The official one, yes. It's actually produced by John Belushi's widow and by Dan Aykroyd and Paul Schaefer from The Tonight Show. I mean, they're the actual producers. So the music, the acting, everything will be high energy. And then that one ends up with Broadway Today. And what that means, these are the best of the Broadway musicals from the last couple of years, the best hits from those musicals. So it changes every year. And so there are actors and singers actually from Broadway, and the staff could change because some of them are in plays, you know, so they will actually be there singing live with a big band behind them. Very fun.
And these are mostly the newer hits.
Yeah, and if I name something, you know, the Book of Mormon or Wicked or something like that, well, by the time they get it here, that may have changed then, you know. But you get the idea. It's the latest stuff from the last 2 years.
Okay, and then let's talk about the Backstage series.
Backstage, those of you who know Backstage, it's very intimate. It's actually on the stage. You have to come in the side door, go up the stairs, and there's only 140 seats. So it's you sit in the round in it, and we have an all-women group on the Backstage this year, which wasn't intentional. I didn't notice it actually till I was making the lineup. But we start off with Eugenia Zuckerman, and many people who watch Sunday Morning Show or the Arts Beat on CBS will see her. And she's actually a trained flautist from Juilliard, and then two of her friends, and so they'll be doing some classical and some contemporary music. She's very approachable, very knowledgeable. Then we have Grace Kelly Quintet, and this is a child prodigy. She's 21, 22 now, and she's been playing since she was 12. And she is on saxophone, and she sings, and she has some of the best backup band, and it's so high energy, really a lot of fun. And the final one for that is a little different for us, and it's Lynn Trefsker, the ventriloquist. And it's very hard to explain what she does. She's not just there with a puppet or a dummy or whatever they call them, you know. She's actually, she'll do some of that, but then she invites audience members up there, and they are instructed to act a certain way while she touches them, you know. And she makes up the dialogue, and everybody is cracking up. So the audience may become part of her performance.
And being in that backstage is just so much better.
It is, because you're 10 feet away from the artist. I mean, it's really wonderful.
Okay, now let's talk about the Family Fun series.
Family Fun is fun. I mean, this series is really growing. With Popovich last year, it was nearly sold out. So this year we start off with a big bang with the Golden Dragon Acrobats. And it's kind of a Cirque du Soleil thing. Not quite that big, but they have over 30 performers that will be on stage. We had them here, oh golly, about 14, 15 years ago. So I think it's time to bring them back.
Oh yeah. Lots of fun,
lots of fun. The second one for that is Audio Body. And they're very hard to explain what they are. It's two brothers, and they've been described as when the Blue Man Group meets the Smothers Brothers. So they're two brothers with that energy going on between them. But they've created and invented their own musical machine, which is this big electronic 17-foot machine, which they can play and do various things on. But they also do a lot of physical performance in there, and the light show. I mean, it's just something that you have never seen, and it's great. It'll be great for all ages. I saw them with little kids last year, and they were just so fun. And we wind up the Family Fun series with Charlotte's Web, which is a play by Theater Works, and they're very high quality. And Charlotte's Web is a story that everybody knows. So.
Okay, and people should be buying season tickets now. You can buy them for each of those series, all of those series, or I guess individual tickets?
You can call in with your request for individual tickets, because we fill in the order in which you have called in. So we've already had quite a number of people that have called in for a few of the really top performances in there, But they aren't going to get tickets till we're sure that everybody who wants a season ticket, the whole package, gets it first. Sometimes we've had to turn people down, you know.
Sure.
This is not a fun thing to do, but we only have one performance of each of the events this year.
Okay, now let's move to the visual arts, and this coming up this Thursday is a First Thursday.
Yes, we have Patoka Valley Quilters Guild, and they only exhibit with us every other year. So it's probably, I want to say maybe 70 members or more, but it's not just in Du Bois County, it's in the whole area. So they have quilts, they have fiber art, they have projects. It's large and small. We get people who come from miles around to see the quilt show.
Okay, and it's a First Thursday, which it's also in collaboration with the Jasper Merchants.
Well, they've moved their event to Fridays because that
Okay.
worked better
Oh,
for
okay.
them. Thursdays works better for us because we often have events on Fridays. So moving the receptions to First Thursdays has been very successful. It's kind of like a party at the Arts Center every month.
And it's 5 to 8?
It's
Thursday
5
night.
to 8. Generally, we have live music, of course, all of the free refreshments. It's free admission. You don't need to pay anything. And we usually have host a guest winery, which is a regional winery, and that changes every month. So we've had some wonderful, this is a great opportunity to taste some regional beverages. And, you know, for those who don't drink the wine, there are, of course, punches and other things.
Okay, and we still have themed parties, birthday parties?
Birthday parties are picking up again. You know, we couldn't do so many this summer with the Tom Sawyer event there, but birthday parties are always popular. The glamour party, the dance party, the art party, and the theater party. And it's so easy for the parents. They just say, can I bring the kids? And you do all the decorating and entertainment and cleanup, and it's great.
Okay, well, you know, we've covered a lot in this time.
Yes.
But the biggest thing is people need to be looking at the Performer Series and getting their tickets, season
That's
tickets.
True. 482-3070.
Or online at?
JasperArts.org.
All right, Kit, thank you very much for being our guest. Make
Thanks.
art part of your life with the Jasper Arts Center. Kit Miracle, who is the Executive Director, has been our guest this evening on WJTS. We hope to see you at the Arts. This is Bill Potter for WJTS. We are local people watching local people.